Shalom.
Khan. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom,
Shalom.
everybody.
Shalom. Shalom.
That's all the brothers, Great Millstone Roller, coming at you with another live lesson. Before we get started, we're going to give our praises, glory, and honors to Yahweh.
Yahweh
Bashim
Bashem
Yahweh
Yahweh
Shai
Shah
Bashim
Bashim
Rakadash.
Rakadash.
Honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who taught us the truth and well, and peace and blessing citations be to the hopefully elect, as well as those that believe in the gospel and may you endure to the end, Lord willing. All right. And no, we're just gonna get into another lesson. All right. Basically predicated around the facts, all right, that's been swirling around the United States of America, this week, you know, pretty much, better to grab First Thessalonians 5:3. All right, we can start with that one.
I'm right here.
Uh, and just to show that even though, with these, these PDF files ultimately being exposed, all right, that's all a part of distractions as well. All right. But you can't say the prophets, all right, or the men of the Lord didn't tell you it was as such. All right. You go ahead with that First Thessalonians.
Yeah, you mind if I start at the top?
Um, you can. I just kind of wanted to get the point.
I get the point there. This First Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 3, and it reads, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then
So like
some
this. Can you start at 6? This is the point is in 6.
come." First Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 6, and it reads, "Therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober."
Right. And that's a part of our job, all right, as prophets, all right, as teachers, as the true men of the Lord, all right, to watch and be sober, okay, paying attention to the news, okay, the different things that are happening across the globe, okay, world news, okay, in the places and the things that may be going on in the city near you, all right. That's a part of us watching and being sober, man. You see, being sober going into being locked in, focused, all right. These are things that you have to do, okay, as a man of the Lord, man. You can't just be out here all willy-nilly, all right, being distracted, when there's heavy information coming out, all right, because it can ultimately lead to them wanting to suppress information, and different things that go on. So you just got to be aware of what's going on. Brother could give me that Isaiah 25. You want to make a point?
Oh,
Uh, I got it for you.
Uh,
This is verse 7, right?
yeah,
This is Isaiah chapter 25, verse 7. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations.
right. It says he would destroy in this mountain. All right, what's that mountain? Represents this government. All right. It says he would destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all the people. All right. And that covering cast, all right, that's over mass majority of you Americans, okay, is the belief, all right, in this system, all right, that is a thing that's supposed to help you and better you, okay? The belief in the make America great again, all right, believing in the American dream, all right. But when you wake up, it's truly a nightmare. You see? And the covering cast is totally being destroyed. And the people here are seeing this nation for what it truly is. All right. A nation that's ran by men that love little boys, man. All right. Um, you can
okay.
read it again, but now, Baba Gashar.
Con. Isaiah, this is back in Isaiah chapter 25, verse 7. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations.
Right. And a brother could get that word veil. All right. Because, in a wedding ceremony, when you have a virgin, right, she will wear a veil, all right, or a covering over her face, right? It actually hides, her true face till, I think she get to the altar or whatnot, brother, correct me if I'm wrong, and then, the man takes the veil off the face and, he truly sees, his wife's beauty, all right, or whatnot, okay? But these nations are taking the veil off of America, as well as the people. They're uncovering the veil and they're seeing a whore, all right, a putrid, ugly, putrefying whore, man. You see, brother got that word veil,
I had got it.
right?
I got it in the online etymology though.
That's cool.
Yeah, it says this that word veil. It says get to the point. It says a head covering, a curtain, a covering. It says uh to conceal, mask, disguise.
Yeah, that's cool. And
Mm-hmm.
that's the point. It says to conceal, to mask, or disguise. All
Yep.
right. And for years, for centuries, this place has been disguised as something that's so great. Or we want to be like America. We had to set up our democracy as America does. You see? But you're seeing the Lord destroy it before your very eyes, man. You know? Brother, got any precepts they want to bring out?
Yeah, I got some.
You can go ahead, Judah Kazak.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 2. And it reads, "For there's nothing covered that should not be revealed, neither hid that should not be known."
You got it.
Yeah, basically that's what's going on right now. The Lord is, uncovering and revealing who this wicked devil really is. Like the brother was going to the beginning, him being a pedophile, all the wicked things they've done in the background. And we've seen what's going on with these, these e-files where they got all type of demonic, wicked information that these, so-called elites and hires been doing, man. So the Lord basically just exposing that, revealing, uncovering who this devil really is. You got it.
Yeah, but nah, give me that in First Thessalonians, man. Or Second Thessalonians. So like it. Give me that in Second Thessalonians. The second chapter. All right. Because this devil being exposed is a part of
Say,
prophecy
you
as
got
well.
this.
Huh?
I'm already there if you need it.
Okay,
That's
cool.
Second Thessalonians.
Yeah, okay, cool. Just hold that on deck for right now.
Con.
You had some Bayan?
Yeah, con.
Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 51 and 7. It says, Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hands that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. And that's backing up the point that, when you was going into that veil being lifted on America, and everybody seeing how ugly this whore really is, because all of the nations is dealing with America, are hoping to be on the good side of America, until, ultimately, she's going to be taken down at the end. But the point is that, all the other nations are drunk, off the philosophies of America, the doctrines. You got it.
God. Yeah. You could read down a little bit to like 9 or 10.
God. Verse 8, Jeremiah 51:8 says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain.
Yes.
If so be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies.
Right. So as the veil is being lifted, all right, you have the judgment, okay, that's going to approach, all right, as this devil is being exposed, okay, because all the world has to understand why Babylon is going to receive such a harsh judgment, all right, as these other nations are going to see the destruction of this place, all right. Why is the Lord going to overkill Babylon? All right, this place is going to be hit with over 200 million, all right, nuclear warheads, man. You see, it ultimately has to be cleansed. All right. It says we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Okay. So there's no way, it's nothing that you can fix. All right. When you're being exposed, all right, on a high end level, and we understand that it's a lot of things that is still that we have no idea of, right? And we can only speculate, all right. But when you're being exposed at such a high level to where you release documents okay, and half the document is blacked out, all right, because they don't want you to find out who this is actually about, all right, who's actually doing this, that, and the third. It shows you the state, all right, that these uber elites, all right, the people that run the show behind the screen, it shows you that they're shaking in their boots, man. You know, you want to make a point, Kalaya?
Yeah, because ultimately these are things in which are being talked about that they can't come back from.
Right.
So you have a lot of people, especially, and I'm gonna use manga, what it is, Make America Great Again,
MAGA.
MAGA.
Mhm.
I'm gonna use them as an example because they're probably the most proud people in America right now. The dirt that come out on, DJ Donald Trump, it's almost like if something like that come out, it's like there's no turning back, you know. And it definitely puts, these Edomites in dire straits, you know. Just backing up what you was going into, beloved.
Yeah, if I could add to that, because I seen something earlier where you had Nero 47 come out and say, "Oh, we are done releasing Epstein files." All right, and they haven't even got through 40% of them. You see, because his name's all over in there. All right, the people in his cabinet. All right, the people that's in Congress, your politicians, your senators. Okay, people that you think you elected. All right, are redacted throughout all of these documents, man. You see? But go
Yeah,
ahead.
it get to a point to where you can't say I didn't know this was going on, or I didn't know this guy was like this or this woman was like that. You feel me? Because these people are being seen at these different parties, right? Different gatherings, things of that nature, without getting too in depth with these so-called, Epstein files or whatever, because it's more than just some goddamn Epstein, right? It's more than Epstein Island. It's more than, the the gate thing. If brothers know what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
what I'm saying, the whole thing,
fire in the gate, man.
right? It's more than that. And these people are bumping elbows with these guys that deal like this. This is their whole life. But you got it, Ak. You got it.
Go ahead, Nahalia.
I got a precept too, Ak.
Okay, get your precept. Then we get you Nahalia.
Yeah, this is the book of Nahum, chapter 3 and verse 4. And it reads, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, and that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts. And I want to say this because these people are not doing that PDF file behavior for no reason, right? It all has something to do with, witchcraft and going back to an esoteric meaning. All right. These different behaviors are is rituals, right? These people, they involve themselves with devil worship and however they want to proclaim it. It all go back to worshiping Satan, man. All right, which that's what this place is founded upon. Whatever alphabet group these people are in. Verse 5 reads, "Behold, I am against thee, said the Lord of hosts. I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will shew the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock." And that's what we're seeing in real time. All right. All of this whore's dirty laundry is being aired out amongst the whole nation, man. I seen a post on Instagram, and it was pretty much going into, how Vladimir Putin was waging war against, the elites, right? Which we understand, how far that goes and things of that nature. But for that to be even thought of, is something, man. You know, it just shows you the vibration that's going throughout the earth. You know, you got it, Doc.
Yeah, go ahead, Nahoya.
Con. Yeah, this is this Obadiah 1 and 6. It says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Yeah, so and that's what's going on, man. How are the things of Esau being searched out and sought up, all right, by the Spirit of the Lord, all right, by the prophets, for prophecy's sake, all right. This is the way, you know, this is part of bringing his kingdom down, all right. Esau, Edom being exposed for who he truly is. What happens when you wipe the makeup off a woman, all right? You can see her true features, all right? That skirt is being raised. You can see the hair on her legs, man. And this is what is happening with Esau, all right? Those things are coming up, showing who this devil truly is, all right? And it's all a part of the downfall of his kingdom, all right? Before it, turn into physically by war. All right, you're showing the nations are showing who this man really is. All right, the prophets also, and it's gonna say, I think you told Bernard to get it in that Second Thessalonians, right?
God.
Yeah, because it also say, we consuming this devil with with fire. That's the mouth Salakia, the mouth of the prophets. All right, but you got it, bro. I butchered it, but you got it.
Yeah, we're gonna get that in Second Thessalonians. Go ahead, Ahmad.
Yeah, I got a precept. This is Jeremiah 49 and 10. And it says, "But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not abide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren his neighbor, and he is not." All these things that's coming out, before we only getting things like pieces and bits, but now we can see everything's being laid out. All these wickedness and all these things that Esau was doing, in the dark and stuff like that, is all coming to the forefront, showing that his secret place is being uncovered. So there's nowhere he could go, nowhere he could hide, nowhere he could try to cover these things up, because all his wickedness is just being laid out.
God. Yeah, it's being brought to the forefront. All right, the things that these people do behind closed doors. All right, the things that we don't know about. But starting with the elder apostles on up, down to the youngest men. All right, we've been reporting and telling you these things, that this is what's going on. You see, like I was speaking about. That's what I was talking about, Cabal. We was talking earlier. It's gonna be the big I told you so. It ain't, we ain't about to keep telling you we told you this. It's already happened before your eyes. You see? And if it's happening now on such a high scale, well, how much more the prophecies that's getting ready to come to pass, man? You know? But you go ahead, Azaria, with that Second Thessalonians.
Con, you want me to start at 2? I mean, not 2, but 3.
Yeah, you could start at 3.
Con. This is the book of Second Thessalonians 2, verse 3. "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first,
Mm-hmm.
and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition."
All right. It says, "Let no man deceive you, for that day shall not come, except there be a falling away first." All right. So it tells you that we had to fall away. Brother, give me what is that? Jeremiah 17 and 4, real quick. When they say thou even thyself shall discontinue from thine heritage. All right. We had to fall away, all right, as a nation of people, to show, all right, so that this man could be revealed, who's actually the son of perdition, all right, which means destruction. Go ahead, Ak, you got it.
This is Jeremiah 17 and verse 4. And it says, and thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
Right. And are we not serving our enemies in a land that which we know not? Who would that apply to in this present time? All right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right. So all of this had to happen just so Esau Edom, true character, the person that he truly is, can be revealed. All right. Go ahead, Art.
Okay. This 2 Thessalonians 2, verse 4. Who opposes and exalted himself above all that is called God or that is worship, so that he, as God, sitting in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
Right. And we always go into this to show that this devil thinks that he is the most high. All right. It tell you that in Psalms 50 and 21, that thou thoughtest altogether thou was one and such as thyself, man. You see? So he thought that the Most High was actually with him with all his wrongdoings, you know? But it says, brother can give me Isaiah 14 real quick. Read it again, Art.
You know I'm on that, man.
I'm already on that too, man.
This is 2 Thessalonians 2 and 4. Who opposed and exalted himself above all that is called God or that is worship, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
Yeah, so this devil literally thinks, oh, I'm the Most High, which is why he's going to bring this whole MO, all right, to the TB, man. You see? Brother, get to Isaiah 14.
You want to get in the hurry?
I mean, you could get it. I really wanted that verse 12, but if you want to bring it out, you can bring it out.
Kind of. I was gonna start from there, but this is Isaiah 14 and 12. It says, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nation? For thou
Right.
hast."
Hold on. Because it says, how art thou fallen from heaven? All right, which represents them being in that high estate, them being in that glory, man. All right. And which we're getting ready to see them, or we're seeing the transition now. You brothers don't see how the power is transitioning from them to us, man. You see? These things we're actually witnessing. Brother, give me Bayan, give me that in Sirach 25, man. You know? Witnessing the downfall of, we are literally seeing the downfall of these people, man. You see? Go ahead, Bayan, real quick.
God, this is Sirach 25 and 9 and 7. It says, there be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th with my tongue. A man that had joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy.
Yeah. So these are one of the pristine things, all right, that we enjoy, okay, and we sit back and have a nice glass of Yay Young, man. All right. Actually seeing this devil, his own people. All right, brother. Kabar, give me Psalm 64. All right.
No.
His own people exposing him, man. All right. Who holding it?
That's me.
Oh, go ahead then.
Yeah, this the book of Psalms, chapter 64, and verse 8, and it reads, it says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves, all that see them shall flee away.
Okay. In their own tongue, all right, their own people is ratting on them. All right. You have that's the point I wanted to make earlier that you brought out, because with the whole MAGA thing, you know, there's so much division, all right, going on between MAGA. It's ridiculous, man. You know, here it is, y'all came together to say, oh, we need the savior. Trump is gonna save America. And this nigga made things 10 times worse, man. You know, and now you're like, oh, what should we do now? You see? But that's what happened when you dance with the devil. All right. But go back to the Isaiah 14.
I got one fast. I got one fast, Bruno.
Go ahead, Kabal.
is Sirach 10, verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings and injuries and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Mm-hmm. You got
Yeah,
it.
just backing up what you were saying. Like, yeah, like, as we could say, man, the kingdom being translated, man, to us. Cause the only reason why Esau, kept on winning his rulership, man, is by deceit, man. To where he was able to get away with all these foul acts, man, that he was doing. Now to the
Mm-hmm.
point, but it's to the point where his deceive is not working anymore. That's their power. So now they can't deceive the people anymore, and like everything being exposed, they losing their power, man. To where he made his rulership crumbling. By his everything he tried to deceive the people, man, is be destroyed. He can't deceive people no more. You got it.
Con. And that's been one of this devil's biggest assets, the power
Mm-hmm.
to actually deceive the people. Okay. And the people ain't going for that shit no more, man. Right. You have more whistleblowers, right? More what you call it? These dudes that be on YouTube,
Podcast.
that's putting podcasters, all right. They had their own channels and shit, like the dudes like the preppers and all that, you know, they coming out with more information than any time ever before. All right. And don't talk about when you go on the BitChute platform, all right, you go on the Rumble platforms. Man, there's so much information out there on the wickedness, all right, and the things that this devil is trying to do in silence. It's ridiculous, man. That is actually he can't do anything in silence. You see?
Um,
That was it, Cabal?
Yeah, that was it. You don't forget to even these AIs too, man.
Yeah.
Should they own technology exposing themselves, man? That's crazy.
Go ahead, Mark.
This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 13. And it says, For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into the heavens. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of congregation in the sides of the north.
Mm-hmm.
I will ascend above.
But it said, for thou hast said in thy heart, right? With your heart goes into your lives. So in your mind, you're saying, all right, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be the Most High, right? That's what you have truly. That's what your mindset is. I will be the Most High. But here it is behind closed doors. All right, as we're gonna go back to that Second Thessalonians. Okay, you're worshiping the spiritual demon Satan. You see, you have all of these private meetings. All right, you're throwing up the Baphomet signals and all of this, man. Just on the low, sneaking and doing it. Doing the what it is, the hidden hand. But all of these things are being exposed in these latter times, right? But it said, I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High, right? And what's the stars of the Most High represents who? Israel. You see, and all of this is a plan to do what? Get your birthright back. Right, from the time of Esau and Jacob, okay, your whole plot and scheme has been to get the birthright back. Well, you're not gonna get it back, man. All right, go ahead, Art.
Verse 14, and it says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit.
Right, and this is how. All right, when it says in verse 12, how art thou fallen? This is where you're going. All right, to the pits of hell, man. All right, which represents you being in the same estate that we're in. All right, the last Hyatt, the first Friday, right? Being corporate slaves. You see, but your hell is gonna be far worse than ours, man. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 16, it says, they that see thee narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake the kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of the prisoners, of his prisoners?
Yeah, and all of those are question marks. When we tell these stories, right, to our children and our grandchildren, in the kingdom to come, they ain't gonna believe that the person that we're gonna have, or the nation that the main nation, all right, that's gonna have the most lethal, all right, and vital punishment, Esau Edom, they're not gonna believe that this was the person who ruled on the planet Earth, man. You see? Because the other nations, they're gonna have the opportunity to go back to their homelands. You not, right? Wanna say something?
Yeah, I got a quick one for you, real quick, just to back you up. This is Job
Okay.
3:8. It says, "They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were violent in the earth." Back to
Mm-hmm.
that point, it's going to be almost like a comedic story to say that these men was once over us once upon a time, and meanwhile, they're going to get the worst of the worst, when it comes back to that slavery coming full circle. You got it, bro.
If I could say real quick, because given these, these things were at one point in time prophecy, all right, that this devil will be over us. All right, hey, they didn't believe that this devil would be over us. You
Right.
see, that was like that was mind blowing, to see to hear that, like this brother just brought out, this base man, this fucking devil will be over us, this cave dweller, this troglodyte, right? That he'll be over us. So just as crazy, as it seemed right now, because we see what he is, but just imagine in the ancient world, Jake looking like this the nigga that's gonna be over us in this time.
Right.
Psh, that ain't, but I'm just bringing that out to show you the compare and contrast to this thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
You got it, dope.
You can give me what is that? Job 30. But now grab me Job.
In it.
Oh, you in there?
Yeah, I had just pulled verse 8.
Oh, I thought you said 3. It sounded like you had said 3.
Nah, I read 8.
Mhm.
This is men. You want me to
What
start?
it said with his disdain to
with the dog?
basically
That's
dogs.
Yeah,
That's verse 1.
This
Okay.
30:1. It says, "But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock."
And why would Job, all right, say that? Look, man, your ancestors, they couldn't even sit with my dogs. You see, why would he say that? Knowing Esau Edom, he'd find a way to deal with him. And that's what they do. They deal with the animals. It's just violent in the earth. As the scripture says, man. But you keep going on. That's crazy.
Verse 2 says, "Yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished. For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in a former time, desolate and waste,
Mm-hmm.
who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in the caves of the earth, and in the rocks. Among the bushes they brayed, under the nettles they were gathered together. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were violent in the earth."
Right, and that's your heritage in a nutshell. All right, the so-called white man. All right, the people as a total. All right, that's your heritage in a nutshell. Okay, because you had to be taught how to wash your ass. All right, you had to be taught how to feed yourselves. They didn't even talk. They was just murmuring,
grunts.
Grunting. This will happen when you put them in power and authority. Would you say?
Yeah, eating fucking juniper roots for their meat. But this devil will sit there and act like he know culinary arts. Like
Right.
he a fucking food critic, and like, man, bro, you was eating fucking juniper roots and you was under nettles and shit, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Stop playing.
And you knew it was that devil, because what was the first thing we had to learn in school was pretty much about cavemen and so on and so forth. I feel like we learned about cavemen and how they moved and operated before we learned about they types of kings and shit. You know, when they started reaching the 1600s and 1700s. But we know how filthy these damn devils get, man, because they, you know, they teach us the damn shit.
Fucking juniper roots, bro.
Nasty work. Yeah. Somebody was saying something. Somebody had something.
Yeah, I just wanted to back it up because this man was basically known as the wild man. You know, back then, you look at like ancient pictures and the descriptions of this man. This man was calling all fours. You know what I'm saying? Hair just looking crazy as a motherfucker, man. Like this dude was basically like his brother saying a cave dweller, man. Crawling on all fours, acting wild. This is true nature. You got it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I had a picture too, bro.
Go ahead.
Look, these the men right here.
Oh man.
This them right here, bro.
Dude,
This
on the right, chap.
This was ruling over us, bro.
Say, I got something else for you too that I was looking at. Y'all can see it.
That's that family in the Harley.
Yeah.
Oh man. That's violent in the earth, brother. Oh man.
Oh, right, just wrong.
Go ahead, Bana. God damn.
Con, this is backing up your point about how Esau, he's the vilest person on the earth. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
Right.
And the profane is talking about like outside the temple. So this man, he's very unclean, you know, as it is.
Yeah, and he don't have no place of repentance. They said what you at the point where it said though he saw it carefully with tears? Go ahead.
No. This is verse 7. This is back in Hebrews 12, verse 17. For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected, for he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like I was saying earlier, you know, his whole thing with the NWO, everything he's doing is to get his birthright back. But hey, brother, you ain't getting it back. All right. You sold it for a morsel of meat, man. You know, raw pottage. If you didn't see no value in it then, you damn sure not gonna see no value in it now. You know? But you keep going, Azari.
Fine. This is 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 5. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, question mark.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 6. And now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 7. For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Only he who now let it will let until he be taken out of the way.
Right. And somebody will ask, well, why was it a mystery of iniquity? Right? And how was it already working back then? Right? Because when Paul ultimately wrote with the 2 Thessalonians, the second letter to the church of Thessalonica, all right, who was in power then? Who was who was ruling the earth, the known world back then? All right. Esau Edom, man. Okay. And he was being, what does it say? For the mystery of iniquity already do work. Only he who now let it will let until he be taken out the way. All right. And that's the Most High ultimately letting this devil, okay, run up the tab in wickedness, man. Go ahead.
Time. Verse 8. And
No,
then
hold
shall
on. Go
back to
Go ahead, Kalai.
Yeah, because
make a point.
that's why I tell you in the book of Job, the 9th chapter, in the 24th verse, the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. You see, It said it was given. Just backing up what you was just saying, bro. It says, what that little portion has said, he that let read that little again.
He who now let it will let.
Right. You know, just like I said, just backing up what this brother was going into. Hey, the Lord allowed, you know, the Greco-Roman Empire going into the Roman Empire, going into now where we at as the revised Roman Empire. He let all of these things happen in order to what? To reveal who that wicked is, you know, in order to fulfill prophecy. According to 2 Esdras, the 6th chapter, in the 9th verse, it tell you, you know, what kingdom is now and what kingdom is to come. You know, it give you the whole breakdown.
I could bring this precept to bring back him up. Y'all mentioned already.
All right.
It's Psalms 50 and 21. I think brother.
Absolutely. Yeah, you got it.
This is on Psalms 50 and 21. It says, "These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself."
Wait.
But,
So all the atrocities that this man has committed, he thought that the law was with him, though. He thought it was cool. Give me that in Ecclesiastes 8, right? Where it says sentence, because the sentence work is not executed speedily. All right?
9.
Go ahead.
God, it says, "But I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes."
Right. And the reproof, all right, or rebuke, it comes harshly, man. Okay? It tell you that in Sirach, that reproof is not calmly. All right. And the Lord set up his men to tell you, all right, the rights, the wrongs, the thing that you have done, okay, the iniquity that you have lifted up, the tab that you have let the receipt paper so long, it is running down the street, man. All right. The printer done ran out of paper several times. You see, the tab is so high. All right. Want to say something, Mark?
Yeah. Hey, because this devil, he don't like to pay his tab, though, bro.
Right.
He will sit there and indulge in all the delicacies, right, that come with being in rulership, all of the things in which, you know, come with having other nations in servitude and running the earth, but he don't want to pay for those things.
Hey, bro, look at the amount of debt, all right, that this devil has. Look at you can look at the debt clock right now. All right, and it's taking at about 35 trillion, man. All right, can you imagine having a tab that long? And it's really funny, you know, because it says judgment reaching unto the heavens, right? You know, and that's funny because you actually have a, you know, spiritually, you know, just me speaking as a man, but if you $35 trillion in debt, you're not gonna never pay that back.
You never paying that. Come on,
No
man.
way. You ain't never paying that back. So you liken that unto the debt that he in with the Lord. You can't, hey partner, you can't pay that tab. It's just time for, I just need a recompense or vengeance on you now, because you done just ran it all the way up. You done used everything up. Hey man, this devil done used the whole earth up, man. I put the article in the other day about the water. Y'all brother seen that? Man. Oh, let me go find it right quick.
Yeah, this dude has
go ahead.
You know, pretty much run the earth with no slack, my brother.
I got a quick one for you.
Yeah, me too. You go ahead, Bayan, first.
This is Psalms 58 and 2. It says, "Yea, in heart ye work wickedness. Yea, wait the violence of your hands in the earth. The ones that are strange from the womb, they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies." And the point is, you know, obviously we know that what you was going into, you know, about the depth that this world, that America is in, and you know, the lies that they're going to speak to avoid, you know, everything, you know. And it was another point I think you might have mentioned of him just not paying his debt.
He just don't want to pay his debt.
Yeah, he just don't want to pay it because, like I said, he come from the womb, you know, wicked devil, you know, ain't nothing unrighteous of pretty much paying that debt. That's a righteous thing to do, is to pay the debt, but he's going to constantly flee away from it. you know, backing up
He
the
a
way that he operates.
vagabond.
Yeah.
The
Y'all
planet.
brother seen this?
It said the planet.
The planet has entered an era of water bankruptcy.
No.
What damage to many water systems has become irreversible.
They got over 70% of the fucking Earth's crust is made of what? Of water.
Water.
But there's a bankruptcy.
Wow.
You serious, bro?
Yeah. When they tell you in Isaiah that the earth is out of course, the earth is out of course, man. You know, it's defiled, brother. That's why this man got to be taken up out the way. You know, only he who now let it will let until he be taken up out of the way. And that's the point in time that we're at now, where this guy's being exposed and ultimately he's getting ready to be taken up out of the way. Go ahead, make your point out.
Yeah, real quick, and I'm gonna let you go ahead and do your thing. But that's the beauty about this truth too. All right, hey, the Lord ain't see fit that this devil just die right after his term or after all of the atrocities that he's done. He not only say he not gonna die, but he gonna work and he's gonna correct the things in which he has done on the earth. It tell you he gonna have continual employment, man.
Yep.
Right? The book of Ezekiel. You see, that's how you know we serving a fair power, bro.
Yes,
All right. This devil has taken, decades, all right, centuries to destroy the earth, but he gonna have to do the same to what? To rebuild the earth, man, and make it more better again, man.
Yeah.
That's equality. That's true equality, man. When the scriptures tell you, all right, it's a righteous thing, all right, to recompense, all right, your enemies and shit like that. That's what that's talking about, man. They ain't talking about, petty things in which we can remember in our lives, which those things do count. But, on a larger scale of things, we're talking about a guy that has brought turmoil to the entire earth, into existence. He's against life. You see? But you got it, Salakia again, bro.
Now you good. Bayan, you was finishing that?
Yeah, I got another precept though, but Kabal got one as well.
Okay.
Hey,
Go ahead. Whoa.
I was about to see the time too. I know the elder brothers wanted to get on for 8.
Okay, we good.
We good.
Kabal, you can run it. You got point you want to make them out. You got something, Hezekiah, right?
I had. Oh, you can go.
Now you got it.
Oh, but I had just did a quick search on the U.S. debt and how long it would take. It says the U.S. national debt is currently at 38.40 trillion as of December 2025. It says if the
damn.
I know it's a lot.
I just looked at it. It was at like 35, 36.
It's a lot. And then, like what they're saying, how much it would take just to pay it off is insane. It says if the government were to pay down the debt at the current rate of 6.12 billion per day, it would take approximately 6,274 days, or roughly 17 years.
Oh, you ain't got that much time, partner.
That's insane. That's too much.
You ain't got that much time. Go ahead, Hezekiah, bro. That was it.
Nah, just go.
God,
I'm gonna just get this real quick. This is Job 14 and verse 5. It says, "Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass." So we're entering into the time, since we brothers are speaking out on money. Welcome to the the crashing from the hills, man. But the dollar itself is gonna belly up, and this man economy is gonna tank overnight, and that's ultimately what he wants, right? Because like we're saying, he's not planning on to pay it back anyway, right? So he has a whole nother system set up, which we know is going to lead to the MOTB, and the so-called enslaving of people, man. But you brothers got it.
Any brothers got any other precepts?
Yeah, I got sorry.
I got one.
Okay, go ahead, Kabal. Then go ahead, Judah Kazak. Then we're gonna finish. We got more in that Second Thessalonians too.
All
But
right.
go ahead.
This Proverbs 11 verse 21. Though hand join hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. You know, the
Mm-hmm.
main point say, man, the wicked shall not go unpunished. So basically, man, hey, Esau Edom, who is the wicked, according to Malachi 1, they not gonna get away with it, man. They not gonna get away with it, man. They gonna be judged. What they being judged right now, man, by being exposed. You know? Say, man, soon they gonna be fully judged, man, by the wrath of the Lord, man, by those nuclear missiles, man.
Hey, Kabal, you could jump up and get verse 1. That's the one I was holding.
Oh, gun. Said verse 1.
Yeah.
It says, it's Proverbs 11, verse 1. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight.
Con. You know, that was backing up the point, you know, just how this devil is, you know, ruling this world. You know, this earth that he's ruling is not in order. Everything is off balance, which is why it's an abomination, you know, and why the Lord, you know, has a target on this devil's neck, on his head. All right. But again, it says a just weight is his delight. You know, once we're back in rule under, you know, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, you know, then the earth is going to be back in order and at the Lord's delight, you know, as that just weight as it's supposed to be. But you got it, bro.
Come on. Who else had one? Judah
Yeah, I
was
got
up?
some. Yeah, this I got the precept you called for earlier. This is Ecclesiastes 8 and 11.
Hold that right
Right.
quick. Go ahead, Azaria, for verse 8.
Come on, this 2 Thessalonians 2 and 8. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Come. And how is the wicked being revealed? By who? As I was alluding to earlier, by the mouthpiece of the prophets, man. All right. That's how he's being revealed and sought up. Yeah, you have these own people that's telling on him. All right, but what? Through who? The men of the Lord. All right, through the angels of the Lord putting the spirit on these different people, okay, to actually go out and say these things and come against this man in his own kingdom. You see? Go ahead.
If I could say real quick, because what's the point of them bringing out that information? All right, if we understand that, all right, the things in which going on in the earth is for what? For, you know, for the sake of the elect. What's the purpose of these different whistleblowers bringing this information out?
Mm-hmm.
It's all to help the prophets.
Yep.
That's the meat of the matter. They're bringing out that information for the prophets and nothing more, nothing less, man. You know, go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, because the problem they've been saying it, man. You know what I'm saying? So basically, the city man law, he giving out evidence in a sense.
Right. That's right.
You got it.
Yep. Go ahead, Azaria.
This 2 Thessalonians 2 and 9. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan.
Y'all brothers know y'all gotta get that grab that word working. Go ahead.
With all power and signs and lying wonders.
Mm-hmm. And this is him. All right. And his whole NW0. All right. This is him. With lying wonders. That word goes into pseudos. All right. False. Okay. With these things that he's doing, all right, with these sea hips, man. All right. That's him who's coming and working is after who? It says Satan with all power, signs, and lying wonders. You got that word?
Yeah. It's the word word working, all right, in that 2 Thessalonians 2 and 9, and it's G1753. Energia. All right, in the biblical outline, the outline of biblical usage says the working efficiency. It says in the NT, used only for superhuman power, whether for the Most High or of the devil.
Right. And for those who don't know, all right, Satan actually works for the Most High. All
That's
right.
right.
But these devils go and they pray and worship to Satan, all right, because they think that he's against the Most High. All right. They have these secret meetings, all right, and they leave a chair in the middle, all right, and conjure up. It's so wicked, man, you know. But these things have been made known for us to do what? Report on and tell you people what these was actually going on behind the scenes. All right. And because nothing has been done to them over the span of what? 400 years, right? 200 years, 300 years, 100 years, 50 years, all right? Because nothing has happened to them yet, they just think what? That they can keep going. You see? Go ahead, Judah Kazak.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes 8 and 11, and it reads, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the hearts of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
Yep. It says in the NLT, it says when a crime is not punished quickly, people feel it is safe to do wrong. So that's the mindset, all right, of the people that's in rulership, that's in power. All right, because they haven't been pulled up on a crime, the Lord ain't come back yet. Oh, well, God didn't strike me down, you know, for all the atrocities and things that you've done to children, all right, to our people, all right, to other nations. Because nothing ain't happened to you yet. You just think, oh, I'm all good, you know. Shit, I can keep doing it. I can do more.
Right.
You see? But that's all I had, brother. Y'all had anything y'all want to close out on?
I got one out.
Pretty much it, my brother.
Huh?
That's pretty much it, my brother.
Go ahead, Zaria. Anybody else got something? Deshaun, you got something?
Yeah, I got that Habakkuk, bro.
Oh, yeah. Let me get that real quick. Bring it out.
What you got?
It's the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 16. It says, thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory.
Right. And this is what we're witnessing too. All right. Their glory being turned into shame, the things that they gloried in. All right, man. When you look in these guys that's on these computers doing this, sending emails to each other, all right, they have them. You can see by the words that they're putting the little smiley faces, the little wink emojis. All right. You can see that they think, oh man, this is glorious. You see? But now shame is covering you, man. All right. All because you thought that it was cool, right? Now that you're learning, oh shit, people might actually know about this. So now it's turned into shame. You see? Now shameful spewing is on your glory, and the Lord finna judge your ass, man. Go ahead. Brother gonna make a point. Who that was? Am
I could read it in the NLT right quick, bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
This Habakkuk 2 and 16 in the NLT. It says, but soon it will be your turn to be disgraced. Come drink and be exposed. Drink from the cup of the Lord's judgment, and all your glory will be turned to shame.
Yeah, and that's what we're seeing right now at this present moment. All right, all the glory of the so-called Esau Edom, all right, it's being turned into shame. All right, and hey, man, as a brother brought out Job 14, your time is up, man. All right, but go ahead, Azar, you're gonna end it on you.
This is book of Isaiah, chapter 47. We're gonna start at verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Right, and what does dust represent? It represents confusion. All right, it says, "Come sit down in the dust." Confusion. You know, they looking around like, "What's going on?" Well, I'll tell you what's going on. Your kingdom is falling apart. All right, which is why it says, O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground, for there is no throne. O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. All right, because you are being exposed. All right, as it says in Revelation, the 17th chapter, you're being exposed for the true whore that you are. All right, you're not that tender, delicate version that these nations thought that they were dealing with. All right, go ahead.
Verse 2. Take the millstone and grind the mill. Uncover the lock, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Verse 3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
Got it?
And they're just showing you we in that time where Yahweh Bashim Shai is uncovering all their nakedness and exposing them. Not like y'all said, it's shameful spirit upon their glory.
Yeah, so any brothers have anything else? Any closing points they want to make? So yeah, man. So with that, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. All right, straight to the point. And just know that the time is nigh. All right. Be on your watch, be sober, and just keep watching to the news, and we'd be out of here in the blink of an eye, as it says in First Corinthians, the 15th chapter. All right. So with that, we're gonna give our praises, glory, and honors unto Yahweh. All right. Double honors once again to the apostles and those of Great Millstone, and Shalom, Rabbi Rakio, and Bakarian. Till next time, Shalom.
Shalom.